Right, and we are live, and it is the My Part of Town podcast, a show about Philadelphia. This is our Wednesday show. I'm Mr. CD Enforcer, aka Poppy Carl, the bad boy. I load up the show and I play videos for about 30 minutes to an hour beforehand, depending on how fast my co-hosts come in. So I may just play 30 minutes of video, but I may let it go for the full hour, depending on how late people come in. All right, I think you guys have some visual entertainment. Then I'll come in and talk later, because who wants to hear me talk, right? But welcome to my part of town. Thank you guys for being here. And let's listen to some music while I get our pre-show videos going and get a couple of housekeeping issues done. Yes, Lord Vader, I shall do whatever you preach, for you are the sun, the light, and the glory of this side of the universe. Okay, I don't know what the heck that was about. I was just so glad to have this cool jersey on because I like Darth Vader and it's hard. So totally random, right? Anyway, this is Cat Who Crazy 18, and welcome back to Crazy Carl. You know, I'm out of control. This particular one is called Innocent, but Not So Innocent. And it's about some misunderstandings. Recently, which is the premise for this scenario, I saw a African stand-up comedian who was doing a show over in Europe. The young lady was telling some jokes, and she was basically giving kind of a speech to the crowd about, I guess who they are and what they do. She proceeds to get up there and basically rip a full European crowd. You know, there's only like 8 black people in Europe, right? And she proceeds, and they're not even American black. They just like a bunch of Africans that really like Europe. So she proceeds to rip them over colonialism, imperialism. She told them that all these kind of crazy things. And then it just kind of gave me a thought. Because I've even suffered this myself at my own comedy shows out in Vegas. I had a gentleman to come on stage before me. He did a great show. He was killing it. Everybody, oh my God. How you are so dope. And at the end of the set, mind you, this is a 90% Caucasian European room. 90%, right? And he gets up there and he says, hey, anybody in here who drinks Starbucks lattes is racist. Man, I never heard a room get so quiet so fast in my life. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, this is not the way. So that was some of the inspiration for this particular one. Cat Who Crazy Carl, number 18, innocent, but not so innocent. Because in their eyes, they were innocent in their statements, But when the people who are receiving the statements heard the statements, they was like, hey, I'll knock you out. So let's get into it. Kaku Crazy number 18. Innocent, but not so innocent. Praise Lord Vader. Let's get into part one. One of Kaku Crazy 18. Innocent, but not so innocent. Let's talk about it. The initial part of this is things that you do not say to people in the early stages of you meeting them. So let's say I'm just strolling down the street, something happens and I happen to meet a really cool Caucasian gentleman. We become friends, we're hanging out, first time, maybe we're pounding a few beers, toking on the reefer, whatever it may be. And then, you get a little inquisitive. And I don't know if people are uncomfortable with alternate races, but we tend to ask innocent, but not so innocent questions. One of those questions I've heard people actually ask is, hey, John, I got a question. What, Carl? Well, John, I was wondering, why do white people smell like wet dogs? Hey, John. Oh, man, John, yeah, look at those broads over there, right? Yeah, I'd bring her sideways. I hear you, John. I hear you, Carl. No problem, right? So I asked oh man, John, dude, I got another question for you, man. How come, all white people are not nice? Now that we've covered what not to say to some of our Caucasian brothers in an innocent but not so innocent way, let's think about the kind of things that you probably shouldn't say to a woman the first time you meet her, right? Now, some people may think it's a great thing, but maybe not. So let's say I'm strolling down the street and I see someone with a very large buttocks passing by. We end up socializing, having a good time hanging out. Might even get a couple of drinks in it. So like I said, when you're having a good time and you're first meeting somebody, you may ask foolish questions. One of the questions you probably don't want to say to a woman the first time you meet her is, oh, hey, how you doing, man? Oh, yeah, no. My name's Carl. I'm Kaku Crazy. And I say, oh, right, yeah, I know, right? I'm so great, right? I just had a question. Could you get my trunk? Another situation that tends to come up in these kind of scenarios when you meet ladies. I used to do a lot of shows when I first got here, do a lot of performances. I had a great performance on stage. I had rocked it out. Everybody was screaming. It was turned up. And there was these group of girls in front of me that were like, ah, ah, ah. And when I was done, they screamed for 3 to 5 minutes afterwards. I mean, I was Michael friggin' Jackson without the lawsuits. And then what I did as a brilliant entertainer, I was feeling myself. So I'm like, nothing like that. And then I heard the girls screaming, and then I stepped up to them, and I was like, touch me. Yeah. They immediately was like, ah! Now, another portion of this is, what are the kind of things that you don't say to a man the first time you meet? Oh, yo, what's up, dog? Oh, man, yo, nice to meet you, fam. Cool. Right. We drinking this, that, and the third. Now, if you're in Los Angeles, sometimes after you meet somebody, you may be wondering some things, and they may be a little flamboyant or not. But a question that you should probably never ask someone the first time you meet him if he's a man is, oh, dog, man, hey, having a great time, right? Yo, should we party? I'm like, dude, oh man, dude, I got a question for you. Are you a top or a bottom? Another question. Guys, once again, we're kind of stupid. Sometimes people say silly things. Might be a lady, might be a man. You never know what you're dealing with, especially in Los Angeles, especially in West Los Angeles. You never want to really just be hanging out like, dang, dude, oh, and they might be kicking it. They might be playing with something. They might be having a good time. Maybe they're playing a little sport. Maybe they're throwing stuff. But the question you should probably never ask them is, oh, man, that's a good throw. Fair. Yo, I see you nice with it. I see you nice with the rock. Yo, what them balls do? I'm an African American. And of course, sometimes you meet people from other races, they really don't know what's going on. I don't know if you noticed. I am an African American. So I've heard similar things to this, right? You wouldn't believe it. And some people, I don't know if they mean it or not, but these are the kind of things that you may hear, either from an idiot or maybe they're just trying to be funny. Once again, innocent and not so innocent. So, white guy Mark's walking down the street, like, hey, dude. And I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? Yo, come on. Hey, what's happening, Carl? Hey, bro, don't worry about it, dog. We cool. It's done the third. Me and him start kicking it. I don't know if you ever hung out with a lot of Caucasians. For some reason, they have a lot of money and get you really drunk. So you got to start bonding, right? We're joking. Just that and the third. We're hanging out, all this kind of stuff. And one of the first questions that you don't want to say, and this is a real one I got from a guy. I kind of laugh at it myself. But one of the first things that you don't want to say to a black man the first time you meet him, or if you're hanging out with him the first time, is, hey, yeah, Carl, we're having a good time. Hey, Carl, I got a question. I'm just like, yeah, what, Ken? Carl, how come black guys talk to every woman they see? Another thing that you may not want to say to someone, whether this is a joke or not, because like I said, people get nervous and sometimes they try to be funny or try to make you feel like they kind of get it, or maybe they're just screwing with you a little bit, trying to see if maybe you really like them or not. Here's another one you may not want to ask. So once again, partying with Ken, partying with the boys, getting drunk, smoking a little of this. If you're hanging with some non-African Americans, it might even, you know what I'm saying? So they get real riled up. And they always, ask you crazy questions and whatnot. Oh man, Carl, yeah, I know it kind of sounds weird, but do you mind if I call you boy? Another one that you probably don't want to say when you're first meeting an African American, especially if he's 6'4" and fairly dangerous and from Philly, like me. So we're kicking it. We meet our new friends. We're hanging out. You might have known this person for a while. This person might even get into businesses, right? And he's like, man, dude, oh man. So they want to ask you a question. Hey, Carl, man, just bought some land, some farmland. I got some stuff growing. Wonder if I need your help. No, word? Oh, yeah, no problem. Like, what you talking about? Like, you need help with something, machines, the accounting, or what, right? He's like, no, Carl, I was wondering. I got a real big section of cotton, and I was wondering if you could help me pick it. That is the end of that particular portion. I don't know if it was funny or not, but I got to kick these videos out, and that's some stuff I had in my mind. Don't ask people stupid questions. That's the point of this. Think about what you ask people when you first meet them, your first hangout, especially if you are of diverse races. Sometimes you can just try to be innocent, just trying to be funny. I was just trying to be funny, bro. And next thing you know, pow, right in the kisser. So that's section 1 of Capu Crazy 18, innocent, but not so innocent. Oh, praise the Lord, mondo triscato, una difficoltà, number 2. And welcome to section 2 of Capu Crazy number 18, innocent, but not so innocent. Check it out. Now, one of the things that I notice is my people that are very into their religion, correct? Some people are very religious, some cultish, but religious is what I would say it at this point. And I noticed that all religions just argue. No, Christianity is better. No, Islam is better. No, Judaism is better. No, Buddhism is better. All that, right? And the funny thing about it is, in their attempt to tell you how great their religion is, they have to say that all other religions suck. Have you noticed that about very religious people? If they're a Buddhist, they'll tell you how Christians, Muslims, and everybody else is crazy. If they're Muslims, they're going to tell you how Judaism and Christians and Buddhists are nuts, right? If they're Christians, they're going to tell you how Muslims and Buddhists and Jews are crazy, right? Everything they can think of to mess it up. Shout out to my J Bros for J Bros, by the way. Always messing it up, always giving it the wrong way. I want to explain something to you right here for people that are being innocent, but not so innocent, because they just say, I'm pushing forward my religion. I'm trying to educate you so you can find out about the right one. I want to explain something to you about monotheistic religions and a person that they may call God or Yahweh or Allah or Gaia or whatever the person, or Ganesh, whatever the person may be. That is their spiritual guide. They're all mostly monotheistic religions, which means they pretty much have a one God focus. So let's think about this. God would have shown up wherever, right? Maybe he showed up in India, maybe he showed up in Asia, maybe he showed up in the Middle East, maybe he showed up in Europe. This would, in theory, be the same one. And this is how I'm explaining to you that all religions are the same. That's right. All monotheistic religions are the same. They merely just have people being innocent, but not so innocent with how they make the rules. So I'm explaining to you like this. God is like a cell phone. I don't have one in hand. Matter of fact, give me a second. We will say God is like this pad or a cell phone. Shows up, he comes out of the sky. Okay, listen to me. I got 10 commandments for you. I got rules. Now, the guy standing in Europe, he's looking at it from this side, right? He's like, man, God is wide and tall and black, right? Yeah. Now, the guy over here that's in Africa, completely south, he's going to be looking at it from the other side like, well, God is wide and short and black, but he's kind of shiny, like he's got baby oil on him, for like slave sale. So that's how the people see it in Africa. They get their own religion. Then you got my guys down in the Middle East. God shows up. They would say, hey, God is skinny and black. No problem, right? And then you may have someone else in another religion somewhere else. God shows up. Well, God is short and skinny. So then all of these guys get together and they tell each other that, hey, your religion is wrong because God is short and skinny, tall and skinny, short and fat, tall and fat. But in the end, it's all the same God. So remember that. Next time you get into religious discussions with people, beware of your innocence. Beware of your words, because that innocence may not be so innocent and a little bit incorrect. So that's segment 2 of Cat Poop Crazy, Innocent, Not So Innocent. I don't think these are so funny, but I just felt like getting it off. Let's get to the last one. Three of Innocent, Not So Innocent of Cat Poop Crazy 18. Let's talk about it. We want to talk about crime and a misunderstanding of names and crimes. Some people, they'll hear a crime and you can kind of almost immediately know who did the crime by name or by the actual crime. For example, if the guy's name is John Wilkerson, Steve Botsnick, Jerry Rippenthorpe, you know who that is when you hear it, right? If the guy's name is Deshaun Malik, Reginae Johnson, Lexus, yeah, I think you know who it is. Now, the names are what they are, but that's what it is. That is our differences. But when people hear these names, sometimes they won't keep your application. Innocent, but not so innocent. You named your child in innocence, but the world is not so innocent to that name. Another thing you notice is crimes. Let's say you hear a crime and it's just like, oh, well, reports say that he came home, killed his wife, killed the kids, ate the dog, and then went back to work. You can pretty much know that's John Stevenson. Just saying. But let's say the crime is, oh, the person came to a Popeyes. They forgot to give them their French fries and free cookie, and the person came inside and shot up the whole building for no reason. You can probably assume that that person's name is Deshanique Malik. Innocent, but not so innocent. And these are the things I guess we analyze and we say, but we never say it in public. I know what you're thinking because you're not so innocent. And I'm gonna call that the end of this particular Cat Poop Crazy. I think this one kind of sucked, but who cares, right? Video's video. Let's get it out and let's get it on. Yeah, yeah. I'm a bad man, pajama, just as fine as I can be. Yo, 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 what's up, you guys? It's Cat Food Crazy Carl, episode number 17. I call this one The Fountain of Youth, Secrets to Eternal Life. And that's right. I'm feeling pretty frisky today. We had a real tough week as far as some things went on, so I may not be as spicy as usual. But what happened recently in modern news, if you don't know, the young man had a recent issue with the officers. It made me reflect on life and not only being in life, but living life and thriving. And I thought about the things that make me look this good at 47. So today we're going to talk about the fountain of youth and the secrets I know to eternal life. Captain Crazy Carl, let's go. Yeah. So I always open with a basic premise of my videos to explain exactly what's going on. So, as I always tell you time after time again, I guess it's because I'm bragging a bit. I'm 47 years old. I'm 6'4", 195 pounds, six pack, pure steel black man. Well, people are like, man, how do you do it? How do you look so good? Did you guys know that 5 or 6 years ago, I was up to 260 pounds? That's right. I was the size of an NFL linebacker. I used to be hot and tired all the time, sleepy all the time, always worn out. And I didn't know why. I thought it was just, oh, I'm getting old. You know what I mean? So I just was about to rest and getting old. Then one day, I also do music and things like that in my free time. I act, etc. I'm also a politician. But in my time, I was out and I did a show and I went to a concert and I did a rap show and I was out doing my little rap and we came out the show afterwards and I'm walking out with my homeboy and I'm just strolling out, feeling myself. I actually had a hat similar to this one at night, strolling out. And my homeboy's like, yo, let me get a picture. Yo, this is a popping night for you. So I took a picture like, yeah, dog. I was so bloated and full. I even had like that little small, like vagina looking thing right here. You get like a little V right here from the clumpage. Yeah, I had that. And my neck had like a double neck I was working on, and my head looked really big, like I was Busta Rhymes stuffed into me. I was like, dude, I gotta change my whole life. Ironically, right behind that, I got very, very sick. I don't know if you guys noticed, I got these blue eyes. I wasn't born with these. I got really sick from mold poisoning because I had never seen mold. I didn't even know what it meant. I didn't even know what it was. I only had heard of it. And I got really sick after that. Right at the same time, my eyes literally turned blue. I ran to the doctor. I said, Doc, I'm dying. And when Doc, I'm dying. The doctor looked at me and was like, oh, you're not dying. This is perfectly normal. I'm like, what? I'm hot? I'm fat? I'm sweaty? My eyes just turned blue randomly? No, I'm dying. right? So I leave, the doctor helps me out with whatever little basic stuff he can do. I leave, I go back home, I go to get myself together. I get back home and I hop my butt on the internet. And then I finally figured out the different things that would cleanse my system, get me back in good health. And in doing that, I figured out many things which I now deem the fountain of youth and a possible secret to eternal life. I think I want to be Methuselah when I grow up. It's my goal. Well, let's talk about it so you can be out there with me, looking good and living well, and maybe be around here longer than you expect. Captain Crazy Carl, episode 17. Let's get this eternal life going. All I need is one mic. One. Yeah. All I need is one mic. So let's talk about number one. And Cat Poop Crazy number 17, the fountain of youth, the secret to eternal life. Item number one. And this is the clearest, most obvious item. I call it the juice of God. And that is water. I do the water dance. Boom, 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 do the water dance. Yeah, all that. Water. Now, people, they don't like water. They feel it's flavorless. They feel it's tasteless. They feel like it has no value. There's water in my juice. There's water in my soda. There's water in my fruit. Why do I need to drink water? And I'm going to tell you guys, I was one of those guys. Mr. Soda, beer, drink, alcohol, everything but water. Once I got sick, I started drinking water on a regular basis because sugar messed me up. Everything, basically almost everything I used to love to eat would make me sicker and sicker. My eyes would get worse. I would go blind for days. I mean, it was crazy, guys. But then I started drinking water. And ever since I was a kid, my family has always been drink your water, but they really didn't make it clear what it was. So I'm going to give you some understanding. Number one, this entire universe is based on water. All life around the planet only exists because of liquid water. When we look for other planets and other galaxies and far, far away in the distant parts of our universe, you know what we're looking for? Water. Nothing else. Life does not come without water. Therefore, water is life, and you should ingest that life any chance you get. Now, I'm going to tell you sometimes you say, okay, Carl, whatever, drink water, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to give you some quick tips on times that you need to drink a big old cup of water. I mean, drink so much your stomach hurts. Time number one. Some people, you sweat at night when you sleep, or you might play sports, or you might just be hanging around drinking all day. But you'll notice that your lips are really dry. Even though you've been drinking tea and drinking alcohol and doing other stuff, but your lips are really dry. It's dry for some reason. My brother and sisters, you are dehydrated at that point. Drink tons of water. Your lips will settle, your body will comfort, and you will be okay. Another thing, you ever get like a weird random headache? Maybe when you're hanging out, maybe you're eating certain foods, maybe you've been doing a lot of alcohol drinking or something like that all day, but you get this headache. It's probably, sometimes you get what's called a food headache. Well, this is what I call the water headache. Sometimes when you're doing so many things, alcohols and teas and juices, a lot of these things actually sap water from our system and pull it out. Even though we are ingesting liquid constantly, it's actually sucking your body dry, low key. So here we get like a really weird headache out of the blue, and you're just like, wow, I got this headache. I don't know what to do with it. Maybe you actually already did eat and you're not even hungry, but you're still getting a headache you just can't understand. Drink water. And I'm talking about a big old movie-sized cup of water. Like, just bang it into your stomach. I promise you, to the holiest of high, whoever that may be, your headache will go away in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Just like that. So water is the key element. Drink water as much as you can. That is the key to life. And that is a secret to life in Cat Poop Crazy 17, the fountain of youth, secrets to eternal life. Number one, water. Let's get into another piece. Unmuted. You guys gotta probably unmute yourselves. But yeah, it's the My Part of Town podcast. I'm Mr. City Enforcer, aka Poppy Carl, the bad boy, and we are in the game. I still gotta shut down my PlayStation, but past that, we are out in the game. It was a crazy night in Philadelphia. We're gonna talk all about that. That's why we made our Philly bio, our Philly Riot history. So not only will we go over the jumping off last night due to the cops just rolling up and shooting the ball, basically for no reason. They're like, oh, he got a knife. Why would you shoot him 6 times because he got a knife in his car? But anyway, and then backing up. Like, what's he going to do? Throw the knife like he Bruce fucking Lee? Let me start. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, that made the people lose their shit. They protested early. The Young Bulls went ham and went crazy. So we'll talk about all of that and wrap things up. Of course, I got my guest host with me. We up in this joint ski bop, and we got some videos to watch too about what happened last night. I got Volo, aka VMT the Mastodon, aka Volo Modulus Tautology, the tautologist. What's going on with you there, sir?
All is good in
my
part of town.
That's right. That's right. And we also got another true trooper in the house who also runs my part of town. He also has the assistance of an actual technician, so the man is truly skilled, and that's Mr. BAS, who is also known as Mr. Bitches Ain't Shit. And don't worry, people, men are bitches too. What's up with you, Mr. BAS?
Shit, over here, you already know. What's up, everybody?
Shitty shit. So what's going down? I guess we'll do some wrap up before we get into stuff. What's going on with you, Volo?
You know, the normal homework with the kid and the little video games here and there, and you know, trying not to move to save some cash under these bionomic times, you know. What's going on, BAS?
Man, you already know. Always down here in the mix and shit.
Yeah, I'm sitting here reading it now.
Don't tell me you didn't hear about it, Bolo.
Listen, man, me and my son, we play video games. We trying to enjoy life, man.
You know what it is? You know what it is? You live in the suburbs, so you don't get to feel the whole full effect of what's going on down here. That's what it is.
I can imagine.
I ain't know that shit was going down. Fuck yeah, until the end of the night.
Yeah, I never heard about this whole law case or lawsuit. I didn't even hear about the shooting yet.
Bro, that shit happened about a month ago. Yesterday. Yeah, it was like a month ago or some change like that. I know that fucking, if you watch that video, bro, you're going to be like, damn, how the fuck the cop got away with that shit, bro? He was guilty from the rip.
Charges or some bullshit, right?
Cool, all right. First of all, the young boy was behind the window. All they see is a fucking knife. He was already going to shoot from the rip. It wasn't that fucking, he got scared. No, he was already with the intent to shoot the young boy, you feel me? So, there was a lot of warning. Yeah, there's like 3 angles of the fucking video and shit, like, and then you see the cop shooting back. The only gunshots you hear is his gunshots.
Yeah,
so it's like,
they said the young boy didn't have a gun. I heard they said the cop yelled out, "He has a knife," and then all of a sudden that means you can now shoot into the window of the car 6 times.
The window was closed.
What do you do? Throw the knife through the window.
He has a knife. He has a knife.
They said the cop rolled up and they said he got a knife, and then they just. The door side cop started licking, and usually when there's a second cop, if he hears one cop shoot, he shoots in support.
No, that's the thing. The one that was shooting was the passenger side, not the driver's side. So the driver's side was
busting first. Because I noticed the guy that walked up on the driver's side, he kind of started moving out the way. So that's probably because the guy was shooting from the passenger side, and he didn't want to get hit by his fellow cop's bullets. So you notice he kind of clapped in and moved back around the front. Like on some scare shit. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Mr. C, bro. I understand what you're saying, but bro, there's other ways they could have dealt with that. They shot that young boy.
They were completely out of control. You don't need to shoot no nigga.
Bro, and it wasn't even that deep, bro. Like it was a traffic stop. It wasn't nothing like he was out here robbing people. No, it was a traffic stop. He went down a one way. Like I've done that 100 times and shit. And fucking, like you can see when the cop get out the passenger side, he walks up to the car. The other cop say knife, and he just starts dumping. And then he's not even pointing right. Like he's shooting, but he's not shooting in the right way. He's running like he's in a movie shooting backwards. Like, come on now, like that was too much, bro.
the day when I used to think the cops would pull me over.
Why are
I
you
would drive
muffled?
down the street and immediately.
Yo, I can't hear you, bro.
You muffled.
Me?
Yeah, now
Yeah,
you
it
got.
sound low.
Can you hear me at all?
You can hear you,
Yeah,
but
speak a
you
little bit
sound
louder.
muffled.
It's muffled. Let me I'm gonna disconnect my camera.
No, you gotta fucking
Is it speaking?
speak louder. That's all it is.
Or put the volume up or something.
Nah, because has it been like that every week?
No, when you was just to like your left, it sounded clear.
When I walked away, it sounded
No,
clear.
when you moved to your
Yeah, when you
left a little
sat
bit.
back, when you
How about I just disconnect and reconnect the camera? It's not something I did, guys.
It's not a
Nothing
speaker.
has changed. I've been doing the show the same way for the last 4 months. Nothing has changed.
nah, what it was, you sat back. Listen,
I probably
you sat back and it sounded low.
fam. Just let me disconnect and reconnect the camera. Can we just do that?
Okay.
Reset the audio. Can we just do that? Anybody that knows technology knows this.
What's going on, technician?
Shit, chilling.
I heard you
Looking
in the
at the new
background.
update for this game and shit.
What game?
Call of Duty.
Oh, yo, you doing the Call of Duty thing?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm calling myself to try and Splatoon 3 now. I'm gonna try to get back into my shooter game.
You need to hop in that shit.
The
That's
Splatoon
where it's
or
at
the
right
Call of
now.
Duty?
That's where it's at.
Yeah, man, these fucking cops are out of pocket over here, bro.
And now he ain't gonna have any video.
Is the audio better?
Way
Yeah,
better.
audio's
Now it
better.
sound louder now.
Well, then stop complaining.
All
Way
right.
better.
There we
No-
go.
no-
It
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
matter
okay.
if I have video if the audio is working. That was the point.
That situation was out of pocket, bro. And for the
Huh?
cop to for them to drop the charges on that cop, bro, that shit was out of pocket, bro.
Well,
Because the city don't want to look guilty. The city don't want to look guilty on that situation.
Well, I was going to say that I bet you that according to the police training manual and police policy, they probably said he did how he was trained to do, which means we need to fire and retrain all police officers citywide. But nobody wants to vote for me. So what you want me to do about it?
Yeah, fuck all that. He thought he was in the movie, fucking running and shooting and shit with no fucking shots going on. The only shots he heard was his shot.
It was his fellow cop. My dad did this one time. So back in the day, my dad got sat down for like a Black Lives Matter type shooting. This was about 20 years ago, right? And he rolled up on a dude. The dude was high. He had a pipe and a knife in his hand. And they was trying to tell the dude to stop. The dude kept coming forward. And my dad didn't start busting first. He said his captain, who was way back, started clapping. And so my dad heard him shoot. My dad was like, well, fuck it. He's shooting. I'm going to shoot and empty this thing out too. The guy ended up dying. My dad went to the hospital with him, sat with him. The guy died. He came home, talked to me about it 2:00 in the morning. So a lot of these cops, they don't even know what the fuck is going on when they shooting. They just hear their partner bust and they just bust in support. And that's why that nigga looked so stupid you saw running around in front of the car.
Man, he was wrong all the way, bro. If you look at the body cam, there's a video where you guys should see the body cam that he had on and shit. Bro, the Yumbo he didn't even get the Yumbo to do a chance to do anything, bro. He just started dumping on the ball.
Oh man, they didn't say a word to him. The window didn't even come down yet. He just walked
At
into the
all.
car
At all.
and they got on both sides and then they just let go.
Yup.
Sheer madness. Let me see what I'm doing here. Oh, I forgot to send.
Then if you watch the videos from last night, you should see how the fucking crap.
I was screen saving some of them. I was about to try to send some to my email and download them while we talking.
Some of them fucking videos, if you look the ones from last night, you should see the fucking cops how they were treating people last night.
Matter of fact, I don't even got to get it from my phone. I could probably just go right to websites and just live, just share it and shit and whatnot. So yeah, let's jump it off. We got our Philly riot history. So let's jump it off with the most current Philly riot history, which is going on. Hold on, let me get organized here because I got all my little stuff all up and all over the place. Bang, 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 bang. All right, let's bring up some of the videos from last night. While I'm doing that, anybody got anything to say?
No.
Fuck the police.
There you go. There it is. There it is.
You can't keep letting these motherfuckers get away with shit, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, though. You can't intimidate the cops and to stop being the cops. You can tear up all the buildings you want, and unless niggas is about to go out and start clapping at the cops every day, all day, nothing is going to change. You tear up all the buildings you want, talk all the shit you want. Without policy change, without firing niggas and like retraining niggas and shit, and firing police commissioners and retraining all the cops. This shit gonna happen every 6 months, like clockwork.
The only thing is they did is they're gonna, I think they're gonna recharge them or they're gonna open the case back up, bro. They can't do
good. And just some different charges.
No, it's gonna be the same charges. I think there's a loophole in that shit. Like it's not double jeopardy and shit. What they did yesterday. So the way they dropped the charges on the reason why they did it, they're able to recharge them with the same case all over again. You feel me?
Yeah.
So. But all they're gonna do is sweep it under the rug like they did that one.
Let's see if we found one because we had old girl from last night, but I gotta send my little videos out. Looks like they got a nice 17-minute. So let's fuck with Fox. They got a nice long one, so they're probably gonna have a nice compilation of all the stuff we saw.
We got some breaking news.
What we got going on here?
Man, fuck the news. You gotta look at that video with the body cam because the news are gonna sugarcoat that shit, bro.
Oh well, I didn't know if we were looking at the riot stuff or the shooting.
I mean, we should start out with the shooting first, so that everybody can know what's going on, bro.
You gotta find the right video. You can't really show the actual tongue. You gotta find like a.
Well, my son said you might not be able to find that video,
I
but
think the news reporters usually show it, bro. You know what I mean? They usually show it and then cut it. When news reporters do the story, they usually give you background. They don't just come out and be like, yeah niggas is fucking up for no fucking reason. They usually will show you why niggas is mad. So I assume this is a 17-minute video we're about to watch.
But the body cam footage.
They're probably
you see the body cam footage and shit. With the body cam footage alone, that was reason to fucking charge him. You feel me? Like the young boy was stumbling, like he didn't know what to do.
No, he looked like he was just in the car trying to avoid getting a ticket, and then they rolled up on him crazy and clapped him. All right, here we go. I think this is it. Eddie Azari?
Yeah.
A police officer.
So once again, CBS News, like I said, even the body can, like the news channels usually be having that shit on a lot. So let's see what we got here. I'm gonna get these bitch ass niggas their credit. Trying to act like bitches about it. The CBS is stuck up. They're better than somebody.
Fair use.
It's already on the screen. By the way, just saying it don't help, by the way. You better put that shit on the screen. All that, man. Put the shit on the screen. Video credit to these niggas. Man. YouTube will leave the fuck alone. And stop it every 30 seconds to a minute and say something. And you can pretty much show a full fucking movie. Which I have a page called Red Pill Movies that I'm a plan on doing. But that's a whole nother thing. Anyway, let's get this bad boy big here. Make it a little bigger. Let's see, turn this music down / off. We'll leave a little bit on just so to help with the fair use. Let's see what these fuckers got to say.
Who allegedly shot and killed Eddie Irizarry in Philadelphia last month has turned himself in.
Philadelphia District Attorney released body camera footage from the shooting today. Surveillance video shows 2 officers approaching Irizarry's car with guns drawn during a traffic stop. Officer Mark Dial then fired 6 times into the vehicle. He's facing multiple charges, including murder. Although the family agreed to release the video, it is extremely graphic, and we're being very careful about what we show.
My camera's on.
I'm on this too. Just whatever. You guys, it's not whatever.
We're coming down B Street, and he starts flying in the bike lane, bangs it up Westmoreland. So I come over, I'm like, he's driving a high rate of speed. As soon as I make the right, he starts taking off again. He came down whatever street this is here. I'm trying to come over air. I asked at 25th had anything. As soon as I make this left, it's the wrong way. I see a car here. I seen him parking up. As we parked up, we got out. Dude pulled out a knife.
We don't need any of that. We need all that. We need to stay here. Right? Man, it's not going to be a stay here. You have to control. Everything is static right now.
So as we pull up, dude starts freaking out. Pulls out a knife.
I understand. We're not looking.
I tried to get this door open, I couldn't.
And it's good, right? You don't need anything else?
No, we're good. This is it.
Okay, that's fine. Sorry. Continue.
So like I said, as I pull up, he starts freaking out. We get out. Mark comes on the driver's side. I'm over here. I try to get the door open, I can't. He pulls out a knife. I tell him, like, Mark, he's got a knife. And I guess I couldn't really see because I looked up and Mark, I saw his body come up like this and then Mark fired. But he had the knife. He had like
Is the knife in the car still?
he does have one here. The one he had, it might have fell in between somewhere, but I don't want to touch nothing.
I'll tell you. It's fine. No problem.
But I had it like nobody was.
So you didn't discharge at all?
No,
Just
I gave the wrong location, so I was like, Mark, nobody's coming.
that?
I thought we were right behind
He's like, keep making it like that spot.
I thought we were. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That's what. But
Sorry.
either way, when I was like, Mark, nobody's coming. I think I gave the wrong location. We got to scoop him. So Mark's like, I'll scoop him, and then we'll go from there.
That's fine.
He discharged all right here. He backed up, and then we took him out of the car, and then we got to scoop him. Yeah, it's gonna be all right here, wherever it is. It's silver, yeah. He started like looking around like he was like nervous. Right there.
I was looking for his car paperwork.
Yeah.
So you were on this side of Mark?
I was on this side. I seen him grab the knife, and he kind of like went up like this, and then Mark fired.
And Mark was standing over there?
Mark was on the driver's side.
You were over here?
Yeah, I pulled up. As soon as I pulled up right here, like right car stop. I activated. As soon as I got out, he saw me grab the knife.
Oh, it's possible. If y'all notice, even as he tells the other cops the story, they think it's some bullshit. You notice their faces?
Yeah.
Did you notice?
Hell yeah, bro. Yo, I was waiting for.
Nigga, you shot him over a knife in the car? Like you said, knife.
Mr. C.
Yeah.
There's no reason for them to come out the car with the guns drawn already. It's only a traffic stop, bro. They said it themselves. He came out the car, guns drawn. They didn't even see the knife yet. They already had their guns already out.
Mm-hmm.
So they were wrong from the beginning. Like, all right, even if he had the knife on his lap or whatever the case may be, they didn't even see that shit yet. They already came out the car with the guns already in their hand, already ready to shoot.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Like
he didn't say they found a knife. He said it must have fell down in the middle. You just can't see it.
Hell yeah, they never did. I don't think they ever did find a knife.
It probably was the nigga's cell phone. It probably was his goddamn cell phone, or it's something just shiny silver. He saw the glimmer of the shiny and just assumed it was a knife. Why would a guy be in a car with a knife? And if his car doors are closed, what threat is he to you?
With the windows closed.
That body cam footage, that shit is bad, bro. You gotta actually see that shit like off stream.
Of course, they're going
to roll a little bit and see if they.
They're only going to show. You see the body cam that they're talking right now. The only one they're showing is the cop that didn't shoot, and they're only showing the view of him telling the story. But that's another video. I don't know if you're ever going to find it, but that's another video where they actually show. You can actually see the cop walking up to the car and just start shooting without even fucking asking questions or anything.
Well, he didn't ask questions. The story is all right. So let's get the story straight. So we don't got to keep going in circles. The story is that the cop that didn't shoot yelled knife, and the cop that did shoot started shooting in response to him yelling knife. You guys get that?
That's what they're saying. But if you see the video,
that's what happened. You just said it. The nigga walked up and started shooting him for no reason without saying something. So it matches the story.
But for them to come out the car with the knife drawn for a traffic stop, that's retarded right there, bro.
Again, why the cop shot is not the point. Let's not conflate what actually happened, because that's what fucks all this shit up. When we can't agree on what actually happened, it doesn't matter about the other stuff. So let's agree on what actually happened. What actually happened was the cops came up. The one cop you said shot didn't say anything and started shooting. That is true. But the reason he shot is because the bitch nigga on the other side yelled out he had a knife. The dude got scared and shot for no reason. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm trying to say. Like little stuff like this, when people talk about this, we got to get that shit clear, because then the white people's like, well, these niggas can't even get the story straight. You know what I mean? So That's what happened. The other cop scared one cop, and then the bitch nigga started clapping. That's basically what happened. And whatnot. No, not the fault of the driver. The driver is totally, I mean, he probably should have got a ticket. He was probably trying to avoid getting a little bullshit or speeding ticket because I did what he did before. You see how I pulled up in the spot and tried to park it right quick? I've done that at least 15 times in my life to Philly cops.
And the only reason why they
I would just pull over and park and get out the car.
And the reason why they pulled up on him was because he went down a one-way and he parked up like that.
Because he was
notice how the car behind is facing the other way.
He made the turn anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's the reason why they pulled up on him and shit, because he went down a one-way. Because you can tell right there, you can see the cars going the opposite way and shit.
Yeah, but it's clearly a bad shoot and whatnot. It's just that the cops, but I don't know how they let him go. But I figure it's probably because they followed so-called police protocol, which we know we need to reform all police in America. Let's see what else.
And there's also another video. See that house where they all standing in front of?
Yeah.
There's another video where that house has a camera pointed to where they at, towards the car. And that video shows you everything that, you know, it don't have no audio, but you see the everything that goes down.
Well, yeah, that's the original. I'm gonna slide through this. I'm just looking at the preview screen to see if they put it in this one. This is just the cop. This is just the cop bitch talking. Did they say the police commissioner quit?
Police officer who allegedly shot
the female just supposedly, yeah, she fucking
job somewhere else, like Jersey somewhere or some shit.
She got offered more money somewhere else.
All right, this says body cam. And this is from the Associated Press. So if they can show it, we can show it, right? Let's bring this up 1 second here. Associated Press. Let's see here. Let me get up. Let me give them their props because these big places, they be trying to strike you down for fair use. So, and it says,
I wish you could find the video of the house video and shit. The one from
the house video is kind of the one that everybody shows on the news. You know what I mean? You can see the cop walk up on the side of the car because the house video shows the cop walking up on the driver's side. That's the one they show on everything, but this is the one you guys were hyping me about, the body cam, right?
Yeah, because the body cam, you can see what you can actually hear everything.
Okay, well let's watch the body cam and see. It says, notice it says video contains graphic images, but this is fair use by, is that NBC 10? No, it's the Associated Press. What the fuck? Did I not say that shit? Yeah, I did. What the fuck? Why does it say NBC 10? There we go. All right, let's play this bad boy. They probably don't got the audio.
Yeah, you can tell, yeah.
Oh, wait. First thing they did.
I don't think we're saying anything more than the obvious when we say that firing 6 consecutive charges at close range at a vital part of the body of a person under the law is strongly supportive, together with other evidence, of all of these charges. What we are doing here today, consistent with the very specific wishes
what he said, I didn't hear what he said.
Family of Mr. Irizarry.
Basically,
the evidence.
He said this is how it was supposed to go to fuck down. Let's run it back. I'll rewind it. I'll rewind it so we can hear what he said again. Let me back it up to dude talking. Because he basically said 6 shots at close range is pretty consistent with what you're supposed to do. That's basically what he said. Maybe I misheard him.
I don't think we're saying anything more than the obvious when we say that firing 6 consecutive charges at close range at a vital part of the body of a person under the law is strongly supportive, together with other evidence, of all of these charges. What we are doing here today consists.
Unless this guy is talking about charging the cops and whatnot, maybe this is the guy that's prosecuting the cops.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's who it is.
Okay.
That's what he's talking about.
The very specific wishes of the family of Mr. Irizarry is we are bringing the evidence. We are bringing a close-up view of what occurred at that time so that the public can make their own assessment of it, and so that on an important issue that the public has followed closely, they can have more facts and fewer words.
All right, there we go. Let's see what other videos we got on.
He's got a rifle. He's got a rifle.
There's some Wisconsin.
After pulling over,
There's some other stuff with Wisconsin cops clapping people. Let's see what other videos they got on this. Let's see what other ones we got. Let's see what we got. Oh, I think this is the house one right here you was talking about. The house video.
Yeah, that's what I love like.
All right, let's bring this bad boy up. Let me I don't know what that's about, but I gotta fix the banner anyway. Let me fix my fair use before we even play it. Gotta make sure we get the fair use so the man doesn't hate on the channel.
Yeah, I just got finished checking the chats. We clear.
Excellent. Good job. Good job. Good chat checking. Where's your last? There's your last chat checking right there. There it is. Boom. Volo checking the chats, making sure the chats are safe. Excellent. Yeah. Oh, good. Now you're in the chat room. I can make you a moderator on one of them. Isn't that nice? Now you're semi-important. All right, let's rewind this so everybody can see this video. Let's get this bad boy up. Yes, I understand and wish to proceed. Let's make it big. Let the people see. See what we got.
Look, guns drawn already.
Look at him running around. He look like he's scared as fuck. Mind you, they the ones shooting. The fuck is that? Let's run that back one more time.
Bro, I don't know what training that they go by that you supposed to come out your car with your guns already in your hand drawn?
They was shook because they was plotting on because you see how he pulled up in the spot trying to slick him, right? And then they just pulled up wilding on him. While he's sitting in the car.
Yeah, shooting while he running.
While he tiptoeing away. Like he stepped in cold water. Such a shame. He looking like he didn't even see any knife in there. Like, oh shit, I don't even think there was a knife in there.
You probably asked one of the neighbors, yo, y'all got a knife I could put in here?
Yep. So that's all the topics on that and the videos on that. Also, we had the riot situation, right, fellas?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look up some of the riot videos. I had some on my phone, but I forgot to email them to myself, and that should take too long to email and upload and download. So let's check out some of the Philly riot videos also. Which is
and that's a shame because that girl that was fucking all them
Free
videos.
meatball.
Yeah, free meatball. The shorty that was doing all the videos, everybody making money off them videos because she the only one that did them videos and shit.
Yeah.
You know, they locked her up last night for that shit.
This was what, streaming?
Yeah, streaming while everything was going down. It's telling everybody where to go and all that shit. So Huh?
Meatball?
Yeah, the one that did all the videos. The girl that you hear everybody talking, the one talking shit.
I got you guys. It already says Meatball live feel it. Meatball appears to be arrested while live streaming. So we'll
Bro,
go
they
down.
gave some crazy charge. I saw the charge that she was charged with.
Mm-hmm.
The ones I already knew that they were gonna give her, like inciting a riot, burglar, criminal mischief. I think what the other one was, and then they charged her with misuse of a communication item or some shit like that, meaning that they charged her for using the phone and recording everything.
Okay. So I see this
I don't know.
Meatball girl is actually a social media person because she has a video from 8 months ago. on
Yeah.
Media.
Yeah, that's what she doing and shit.
Okay. So that makes a little more sense. I was about to say, I'm like, why is everybody so worried about her? Well, let's see what influencers, what they're calling. So let's check it
because
out.
her video, she telling everybody where to go. That's why.
Well, yeah, it could be technically inciting a riot, I guess.
Exactly. No, that's one of the charges.
Yep. I've actually, when I was in engineering and science, we had a big brawl in the lunchroom, and I was in the middle of it, but I wasn't really part of the fight. Well, do you know the principal and all pulled me in the room, and they accused me of inciting a riot of a 50-person fight at engineering and science. And I was like, I wasn't even in the fight. I just know the niggas that was fighting, but I was like trying to calm shit. They're like, no, you were inciting a riot. I'm like, me? No, I was a nerd, bro. No way. I was a total dork. I pushed like 2 people and ran. What are you talking about? Inciting a riot.
They had you like you was AI, huh?
Yeah, it happened to engineering and science. You know, that school back in the one that was down 17th and Sansom.
Yeah, but like Allen Iverson at the bowling alley or whatever, right?
Well, he threw an actual chair. All I did was get up and act like a bitch.
Allegedly.
Well, let's check out baby girl influencer Meatball. They said she apparently gets arrested. So let's see what's going on here with Boo Bear. And this is on the New York Post. Let me make sure I get them their credit because you know how our Caucasian brothers.
Got one. Free iPhones. Wow, this is crazy. Oh my God, this is crazy.
Really chewed on the crowd as they ransacked Apple and Lululemon stores. Blackwell posted this message Tuesday evening.
Man, show the video.
Man, they ain't showing the videos and shit. That's only a sugar-coated one right there.
Well, I thought they were going to show her getting arrested because it said it, but apparently New York Post is being some bitches. Let's see if we can find Meatball getting her. Meatball live, Philly arrested. ARRESTED. We got the 52 arrested. News and sex stores. I'm shocked nobody has her stream up. They show everybody getting arrested, but they don't focus on her specifically.
Bro, cause that's probably evidence. They took that shit right out.
Basically, every video you're gonna see is her video. Every video, everybody posting is all her videos.
Okay, but is there a video of her actually getting arrested?
I don't know.
I seen it when she was
on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter.
Arrested. I assume it was on video.
No, I saw the video on Twitter. Somebody was recording her getting arrested by 2 officers and shit.
Let's see. Guys, it appears to be arrested, but it doesn't show any other ones. I was figuring maybe there would be somebody.
Hold on, go back up. Go back up.
Well, no, this is the one that we just looked at.
No. Right, hold up. Like that one? No, go down.
Yeah, I'm like Meatball arrested, and all these are New York Post.
No, go one more. One more. I just want to show you something that how they were fucking everybody up.
Search up Philly looting.
52 arrested.
Yeah, go to Philly looting. My son said, like on YouTube.
I saw the cops jumping on some ass though. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, they were fucking people up last night, bro.
I fucked y'all up a little bit too. I ain't gonna lie. I don't
I
want
ain't
the
even
little
know.
ass too. I ain't gonna lie.
I didn't even know that shit was going down while I was doing deliveries and shit. And I was around Flock Street over there by like 30th and Allegheny and all that shit. I see the cops. I'm like, what the fuck are they what's going on? Automatically, I thought they shot a cop because the way they were acting and shit. Bro, the cops was like cutting people off, like causing accidents last night. I was like, what the fuck? Every time I tried to dip going through the back streets, bro, they were everywhere. I was like, what the fuck going on? And then my son called me and told me what was going on. I was like, it's time to park it up.
All right, I'm just streaming through here to see if they shot in the video of people getting arrested, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because I was watching, because I went to her Instagram and I did screen save some stuff, but it takes a while for me to email and download and all that shit. You know, with these goddamn phones, damn shit be a gigabyte big just for a 3-minute video and shit. Like, that's just too much bullshit. Let's check this out. We're going to try to look for some more videos. It says over 50 people arrested after looting in Philadelphia. I think they showed some videos of cops whooping some ass.
It's disgusting. There's no need for it. There's no reason for
But
it.
there it is. This is the one they was whooping ass.
Angry and fed up.
Yeah, right there.
Target store after store across the city last night. This is
Rob
your
the
News at
Weed
5,
store.
streaming live on CBS News Philadelphia. And
Is
good
that
evening,
Yuki?
everyone. I'm Yuki Washington.
I'm
Yeah,
Jessica
that's my man.
Cartalia, the city's interim police commissioner.
Yuki is the guy. Shout out to Yuki Washington. We
Are you
all
still
know
doing that shit? I thought he was fucking retired by now.
Yuki's a lifer. It's like jail for him. Yuki's a lifer, man.
Yeah.
You know he really related to Denzel Washington?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, he really related to that motherfucker.
I didn't know that. Yuki related to that. Is hilarious. Shout out to Yuki.
Is vowing that this will not be tolerated. He added these looters tried to destroy our city. Take a look at the aftermath. Broken glass and trash littered storefronts and sidewalks. The chaos started hours after a judge dismissed all charges against a former police officer who shot and killed Eddie Irizarry. Police say that none of these looters were connected to the peaceful protesters who came out in support of Irizarry last night.
Now, here's what we learned from police today. 52 people were arrested. 49 are adults. And police said more arrests could be on the way. Detectives are also looking into whether 7 cars stolen from the Northeast are connected to the looting.
Let's bring in Dan Snyder. He was spent the day in Center City as business owners work to clean up all of the mess left behind. Dan?
Yeah, good evening, guys. Despite last night's looting, you can see there's still plenty of people out here on Walnut. This was one of the areas that was hit pretty hard by that. And we have seen more police officers out here. In fact, one of the patrol's cars just drove right by us about a minute ago. One resident did tell me, though, it seems like last night's looting has put some people that live in the area on edge. And city leaders I spoke with today said it's time they get tough on anyone involved in this.
This is not shoplifting. This is looting. This is riot.
Video shows police and alleged looters clashing outside the Lululemon store on Walnut. And just down the street, a security guard tries to hold off people forcing their way into the Apple store. Now, city leaders say they're looking to come down hard on anyone involved in Tuesday night's looting spree.
A robbery charge, a burger.
Yo, did y'all peep how in the Apple store, once they robbed the store, how all the phones went off with that alarm?
Man, I don't know why they were. You know, the ones that are all outside the fucking joint, they all get tracked. They all get tracked. No matter the one in the back, the front.
Well, that was the whole point, because before people used to steal those phones and run in and grab them, and they could leave, and there wasn't no alarm go off or nothing like that. But now, when they stole them, every phone and pad they took out of the store was like, bah, 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 to the point where they had to smash them. So I got to give Apple props, and this is why you should have an Apple iPhone instead of an Android.
I ain't gonna lie, like they talk about the center cities, everybody on edge, but I ain't gonna lie, down here, there's a lot of cops drawn out here tonight.
Yeah, I know. I also want to say all the Androids they stolen were successfully stolen or are being resold right now.
Recharge.
BBS alone.
Theft charge. Receiving stolen property. Whatever we possibly can apply to the situation, we're going to apply it.
The DA and the Justice Department, the courts need to make sure these people pay a price for what they did.
Investigators say so far they've made 52 arrests in connection to the incidents, 49 of them adults. Interim Police Commissioner John Stanford says they believe these groups are organizing on social media and singled out one woman who is in custody as a possible leader.
this person
And that's Meatball.
incited a lot of other individuals to do.
She wasn't the leader. That shit was already going on, but
needed a caravan of individuals to go across the city, hitting multiple locations.
Police didn't put a total on the loss suffered by businesses last night, but store owners were left to clean up the mess left behind today. City Commerce Director Ann Nadel says her office is working to make sure businesses have what they need.
Reach out to these businesses, help them with security initiatives, help them with cleanup, help them making sure that they have all of their insurance at the levels that they need to be.
Stanford says his officers are prepared for any more of these incidents. He says they're monitoring social media, and people should expect to see more cops in high target areas.
Philadelphia is not going to be the place that you can come and do this type of behavior.
Well, according to the video last night, you can.
We did reach
yeah,
out
right.
to the district attorney's office about charges related
Especially when they do it in groups of like in groups of hundreds and shit.
Oh, let me pause it.
They've charged at least.
What you saying?
Especially when you got groups of people like they for real, for the cops can't do shit if everybody get together and do something. You feel me? They don't have enough cops.
That's the essence of America, like the January 6th thing. Basically, Americans, there's 360 million of us, right? There's only about 100,000 politicians and rich people. If we really wanted to, all 350 some million of us could just get together and just be like, no. And we could just go outside and be like, no. And tomorrow, all those rich dudes would change their tone. But since a lot of us, we want to be rich too, we let that shit slide because we want to be one of the rich guys one day. That's the American issue. Any other stuff we should look at about this?
35 people involved, including 3 juveniles.
I don't know. I mean,
common charges.
Other than what happened last night. I mean, like I said today, everybody's on edge though.
Story. So let's give our overall opinion on this and whatnot. Starting with you, Mr. BAS, top to bottom. What's your overall opinion on all this? The cops, the shooting, them letting them go, the riots, all that.
Listen, man. I think you know, everybody say shit to me like that. They need to redo all their training. Like, listen, all that shit not irrelevant, bro. Because all that training they do doesn't mean shit when it happens. When that moment comes, and you gotta do what you gotta do, all that training go out the door. You get what I'm trying to say? And they really dropped the ball on that one. You feel me? And it's crazy how they dropped that cop's fucking charges, though, man. That's crazy, bro. I really don't think. There was no way in hell we were supposed to fucking get the charges dropped.
Yeah, no, that was Union Cop FOP Fraternal Order of Police.
Yo, check to see if they're gonna reopen the case. Check that out.
Let's see. Let's see if they're gonna reopen Philly shooting.
Bro, I got pulled over the other day, for example, right? And I rolled all my windows down, all 4 of them, so they can see. Cause you know I got tinted windows, so I rolled my windows all down so they can see what's going on in here. I put my hands behind my back, you know, like this and shit, crossed and shit, and fucking, you know, like they were like, oh, you can put your hand down, you can relax, and this and that. I'm like, nah, I'm good. They was like you've been through this before. I was like, man, I've been through it a lot. So when they took me out my car to go search through it and shit. They put me behind the car. They were like, you can relax. I was like, nah, I still got my hands like this the whole time. Like, they were like, oh, we ain't gonna do nothing to you. I was like, I don't know that. I don't know that at all. Y'all can check my record. You're gonna see why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So, and just situations like this piss me off. You know why? Because, you know, I lost a brother to that shit. You know, remember Felix got fucking killed by the cops too and shit. And he ain't had nothing on him, like, at all. They thought they saw him with a. They saw a black man. Right, they saw a black man walking down the street, and they put 3 in his chest. They ain't find no gun. They ain't find nothing. You feel me? So I understand the cops gotta do their job, but man, fuck them at the end of the day. You feel me? Because I lost a brother, bro. I lost a brother to that shit. You know what I mean? So I take that shit personal right now. You feel me?
Yeah.
So.
Yep. I think it might be too soon for them to be reopening because I have a story. I looked up reopen and it says this one was yesterday, 8 in the morning. And it says that
I heard it on the news that I heard it on the news that we're going to recharge them. So I don't know what channel it was or what news outlet that did it, but I know I heard that shit.
Well, I think what it is, we're wanting it to. We're thinking like a microwave, dog. Filing charges ain't no 5-minute shit, right? So the dude just got it dismissed 8 o'clock yesterday. You think by 8 o'clock last night they would have the reopening? No.
By today they would have.
I know. How about this? They're not gonna have that shit for about a month.
I know.
No, so I figure until the paperwork is in, they're probably not gonna report it on like any channel.
Now the only thing I can say about this shit is, you know, I'm not gonna say I know the law completely, but if the city don't want to recharge them, then if the state don't want to recharge them, they can take that shit to a federal court. You feel me? And then all the shit that goes on in the state and the county, that shit fucking irrelevant because it's going to the federal courts and shit.
Well, yeah, if they can make it a human rights violation or a race violation, it can become a federal issue.
And if it goes federal, then I bet you that shit fucking they're gonna convict them.
Yep. Well, being that Joe Biden doesn't give a fuck about the blacks and Puerto Ricans that voted for him, he's probably not gonna. He's gonna let it slide and not charge shit.
Yeah, but if somebody was to tell the family of Irizarry and shit, tell them that shit, they might make some fucking progress doing it that way. You feel me?
Well, yeah, it just depends if somebody picks it up. Like, let's say AOC, because she's also Latino, she jumps on it and really pushes for it, and I think they'll really jump on it. But if nobody that's like famous or big like jumps on it, like J-Lo or somebody, they're just gonna be like, well, he doesn't have enough money. Oh well.
And you also gotta think about it too, bro. If they would have convicted him and all that shit of that shit, bro, the city would have opened the door to a lawsuit.
Oh yeah.
You feel me? So they gotta look at it like that too. You feel me? Yeah. So
no, that's exactly right.
I used to tell people like this when I was locked up. I was like, you're not gonna like if you got a public defender defending you, you might as well say that that person's also against you because they working for the system. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So, like you're not gonna win. You feel me? Like the system is set up for you not to win and shit. That's why whenever I had a case, bro, thank God I always had a plan B. I always had a paid lawyer. You feel me? Because going with a public defender is like forget about it. You're guilty. You feel me?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean, they basically work with the prosecutor and trading off motherfuckers like your cattle and shit. Like, yo, I give you 3 petties for 1 major, like that kind of shit. Like I give you 3 petty niggas for 1 major. You with that? Like, yeah, that's a good deal. And then they walk in the courtroom and they hand you off basically like slaves back in the day to each other. And it's like, oh, okay, I'll let 1 expensive slave go, but the other 3 cheap slaves, we're going to keep them. That's what they pretty much do with public defenders and the prosecutors. And they all know each other. They all drink together, just like Republicans and Democrats. They all know each other. They're all friends, and they make deals, and then they come out and fake like they don't like each other in front of us. When the reality is they're all on the same goddamn team.
All of them.
Yep. There's a few honest ones, but eventually the honest ones get fucked up. AOC, she coming all hard, like, oh, I'm AOC. I'm like this. Now, AOC is basically Hillary Clinton with a Latina accent. She like, yeah, I carry the hot sauce. I carry tapatio everywhere I go. It's like, okay, AOC. Look, if you don't really Hillary Clinton, do you?
You like AOC,
it's crazy. All the Spanish representatives in Philly and shit have not spoken up about this shit, bro. They've been with their mouth shut. I haven't heard shit from any of them motherfuckers, bro.
I know they're not gonna say nothing until it's really popular, and then they might say something. That's how
bunch of suck ass motherfuckers, bro. And then public defenders, what they do is they're always gonna try to make you plead out. You feel me? They always gonna make the situation.
Get something, and when not because they're trading off with the prosecutor, so he can have a high conviction percentage, so he can get a raise or a better job. Like Kamala Harris had like a 90-something% conviction rate. So the reason they said she was a good DA is not because what she did was righteous, but because she had a high conviction rate. She's somehow fucking great, even though it's bullshit.
What they're gonna do is paint the picture like, oh man, if you take it to trial, you're gonna get that, you're gonna get that. If you go to trial, you'll be better because there's a good chance that you're gonna beat the case. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I was watching somebody the other day, last night, that was talking about what's his name, Academics, right?
Yeah.
Both Academics was talking about, oh, how is it that they got it thrown out in preliminary? Everybody got to remember that Pennsylvania is a Commonwealth state.
That's right.
Our laws is a little bit different from other states. You feel me? Yeah. So they can recharge them, but I don't know if they're gonna do it. You feel me? That's what they said yesterday. They said that shit on the news, so I don't know.
Well, think about it. Remember what they did to Bill Cosby? The time of the law time had passed for them to sue. They reopened the shit anyway, and that's why he got out, because they kind of even went Commonwealth so hard they broke the law to recharge his ass. So it is something that you probably can pull off in a Commonwealth.
But yeah, fucking.
But I think it'll take time is all. They probably take time and need approval. They need probably like the governor to sign off or some bullshit. You know how that all works.
Now, I ain't gonna say that looting was the right way to go about things, but you know what I mean? Like, that shit was corny, you feel me? Like I said, I take that shit personal, you feel me?
Well, I think people don't have any other outlet. Like, because back in the day, looting and rioting semi-worked back in the 60s and 70s and 50s. I mean, even when we had the Bloody Summer, you would say that Caucasian rioting worked on black people and whatnot. It actually worked. It was basically domestic terrorism. Basically, rioting is domestic terrorism. What you're doing is you're messing up everything so bad that the politicians are like, please stop, we'll do whatever you want to do. Just like when you put sanctions on another country, sanctions on Russia isn't to mess with Putin. Putin's still going to eat and have oil and fuck fine bitches daily. But what happens is that one Russian dude that has a shitty job, he loses his job. And then 1 million of those guys lose their job. And then they start bitching at Putin like, stop, Putin, stop. These sanctions are fucking us up, even if you're right. So it's basically domestic terrorism. And that only goes for so far. You really got to pretty much organize politically, but we trust the niggas. So we figure we can just bully them into liking us. And I don't think it's going to work.
And they're gonna make example of that shorty and shit. Watch.
Yeah.
They're gonna give us something nice.
Well, you know what it is? Similar to what they're doing to Russell Brand, that British guy. They're banning him from YouTube. They're doing it to several other people that if you speak out now, they're demonetizing you on YouTube for speaking against the government or things outside of YouTube now affect your YouTube account. So let's say, for example, I got my YouTube. If I do something wild like slap a hoe at a club on camera, YouTube may contact me and say, hey, we saw you slap a bitch in the street. We're demonetizing you on YouTube because of your external. Because we're employees of YouTube. We are employees of Twitter. We are employees of TikTok. We're employees of X. Even though we're independent, we're technically all their employees. So just like any regular job that you can be fired for your external activity, you can be fired or demonetized on social media. And that's what they're doing to influencers like Meatball and people like Russell Brand, who's in trouble right now over some old stuff because he speaks against politics. That's the game. And we got to fight it. So make sure you always hit like when you see people that aren't big or famous. I know we're not big and famous. We don't got 1 million likes and 1 million people watching us. We need your likes more than famous people do. So even if you hate the show, hit like just so us regular guys can be heard, because the powerful people will shut us down and blacklist us so nobody gets to hear what we got to say. So that's a good wrap up by Mr. BAS. Volo, what is your overall thoughts about the shooting, the cop situation, and the riots?
I'm trying to figure why my thing ain't showing up on the screen.
What, your image?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you unplug and replug like me or something?
No, it's on the app here, but on the YouTube channel, I got a blank thing.
Oh no, my job is true. Like, for example, I hit stop camera and then my photo showed up, and now I got the cool circle that flexes. But when I hit camera on, but I think that's because I unplugged my camera during the show. But I'm gonna leave it like this. So you might have to stop your camera and it'll show your picture.
No, but I see it on my phone.
I don't know. Maybe your phone's maybe you got one of those Androids.
No. iPhone, man.
Fuck the iPhone.
I see you trying it out.
Supposed to know. Supposed to know. Right.
Excellent.
But Volo, once again, you totally off topic.
Yeah, no.
What are your thoughts about the shooting? The cops, how they handled it, and the whole rioting situation overall.
Yeah, dude seemed kind of young in the game. Like, you know, he was a year removed from what's that, police academy or whatever.
Yeah, that means he's got fresh bad training.
Yeah, because he did run over there like you know.
He ran over there complete. Look, it was just like the one with the kid in Ohio. Remember the little kid that they shot? Instead of rolling up on the kid to talk to him or keeping their distance and talking to him you got speakers, you got microphones. You don't gotta be 2 feet from a motherfucker aggressing him. You can be 10 feet away behind your car, like, sir, drop to the ground. But what do? They jump out and run up on you like a bunch of goddamn booty warrior grapers and whatnot. Like, oh, I'm about to get me some butt. And then, oh shit, I'm scared. Pow, 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 pow. It's like, dude, if you'd have just stood back 10 feet, nobody would have had to be shot. We could have resolved this without any conflict. Poor training. If their training was to stay back, use their car as defense.
I don't think he was I don't think he was a fucking rookie or anything like that, bro. I think he had a couple years in, like more than 5.
Oh, okay. Because I know they said it was 1 or 2 years in, like Bolo was saying. So I didn't know if one of them was fresh.
Check that out. Google that shit.
Yeah, I was just saying it seemed like he was only like 2 or 3 years in. You know, like it was his first one. You know.
Philly. Well, you know that 90% of cops only use the gun about 1 time in their entire career.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he got to use it that time. He ain't no cop. He got fired. He's not gonna be a cop no more though.
But let's keep it real. You saw the video. Tell me he didn't look like a scared, tiptoeing bitch when he started clapping.
Yeah.
It's not like he was doing it like, because you know, if you a clapper and you like you want to clap, you're gonna be on some posing like Arnold Schwarzenegger super dude stuff. No, he was also, oh my God, they shooting. Oh shit, they shooting. Oh shit.
Man,
That's
listen,
what he was like, right?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you again. Go back to the video because he was walking towards the car when he started shooting. He was pointing.
Yeah.
You can go back to that, John. If you want. It's a fact. You could tell he was pointing that bitch.
Though, because like you said, the guy on the other side yelled something in the news report. You know what the guy said? He said, "I didn't think it was a knife. I thought it was a gun."
The one that I shared, the police stop that I shared about a month ago. My man, the dude was jogging around Mount Airy with a gun, and my man is in the police force. He stopped him and shit.
Yeah,
like they showed the whole video, and it was funny to me because my man was a cop. He was drinking, he was sipping on his coffee, and he was nice and calm. He's like, no, I'm detaining you. It's just that I'm trying to figure out why the hell you jogging around here with a gun like it ain't nothing.
Yeah.
That was a funny video and shit. But he remained calm, and you know what I mean. This guy here, it did seem like it's my first kind of one, and I'm scared as shit. So
I'm scared as shit. I don't know what these guys.
I'll tell you this much, man. You better hope motherfuckers don't put his ass
on. This guy's got one of those switches on him. Like, this guy was probably shit. You got to remember, since a lot of Puerto Ricans and blacks in Philly don't become police officers, all the cops come from the suburbs, guys. And this is the same in a lot of major cities. You get white guys from the suburbs who's maybe met 1 or 2 black or Puerto Ricans in his entire life. And all he thinks about just what he sees on TV, rap songs, in the news, and what he gets from his fellow racist cops that are feeding him old school bullshit. Even my dad used to say off stuff about Puerto Ricans. Remember, Mr. BAS? I used to talk about how my dad used to call fucked up stuff Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
He was a cop. And it wasn't because he wasn't no racist. I never seen my dad racist. But when he would ever see like a phone or something was broken, he would always call it Puerto Rican. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is that shit coming from, Daddy? And then I realized he's a fucking cop. In Philly, in South and North Philly, he probably polices a lot of Puerto Rican neighborhoods, and he has a bad outlook.
And yo, and that shit happened in Kensington. That's another thing.
Yep.
That shit happened in Kensington. I'm surprised that they still haven't done shit tonight. Cause you know how
Kensington is so wild because it's mostly white folk, but somehow everybody else is still getting hit up because they think we sell. You know this? They think the white people are just drug addicts that are innocent and high. I'm high, dude. And then you know, El Papito and El Palito, we rolling up there singing that shit. So when they pull us over, they don't think we the nice drug addicts. They think we the seller. You know what I mean? And I think that's how they approached him. They approached him like he was a seller. Instead of maybe he was just a drug addict picking up and you just caught him in the middle of him trying to steal. Bolo has a story back in the day when he was leaving his job in his job truck and went by the classic spot over by Wink's house. And let's say the cops had a talk with him after he left. So that's probably what happened to this guy. You know what I mean? He's going to pick up. The cops want to pull him over because it's a hot area. And then they rolled up on him thinking he was selling probably rather than buying and lit his ass up. That's what I think. What do you guys say about it?
I hate to tell you this, bro, but I got my ass whipped by 2 black cops because they told me I wasn't supposed to be in the car with 2 black girls.
Yeah, that sounds like California. You been living in LA? That sounds like California.
It happened on 7 Butler when I was out there. And that shit, I wasn't doing nothing. I hopped in the car with them. It was about to be out. They pulled up beside us and shit. And they quickly got me out the car, whooped my ass in front of people, everybody, and told me loud as shit, you're not supposed to be with black girls. I'm like, as I'm getting up on the ground, I'm like, this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm not surprised.
That shit's crazy, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, my man Felix, because he looked at black.
Yeah.
Fucking, and he was Puerto Rican. You know what I mean? Like I saw that shit on the news and shit. They said he had a gun. They shot him because they thought he had a gun, but he didn't have a gun. They didn't find no gun in the premises.
Damn. Yeah, Felix is the one that looks like my dad. I like Felix.
There's the stories I hear about. I could tell you it's a million stories like that out here. You feel me? But nobody, and nothing happening to them and shit.
Yeah, well, that's the game. And like I always tell people, until we change the politics, it don't matter how much we expose cops and people and bad people on video. Until we get like new politicians in there that like have integrity, where they don't use money over justice. That is when we'll finally do it. I don't know when people are going to be fed up enough to stop picking people because they talk good and pick people because they real niggas. You know what I mean? I think that's the problem with American politics. And then when shit happens, we got all these talk good fake fucks up there and they don't do shit. And then it just happens over and over and over again. It's a shame. But that's the anything else? So, BAS, did you see anything directly last night while you were home or out, or any stuff going on in the outer neighborhoods?
Like I said, I saw it over there on Fox Street, over there by like, damn, what the fuck is that? Fox and Roberts, which is like right off the exit of 76 and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was going. That's when I first started noticing everything that was going on. I saw the cops all night, but you know, like any other night and shit. But they were really like cutting people off, and I'm like. And there was traffic where there normally was never no traffic. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
and my son called me and I was like, oh shit. And then I started really looking around. I'm like, oh shit, they're really doing this shit again. You feel me? Like I'm cool. Like I told my son, I'm going right in because I'm not fucking dealing with this shit.
Right? Seeing that makes sense. Let's look up Philly riot history. I wonder how many documented riots we had. Let's see. Okay, so that's something that breaks it down here. So
the reason why everybody got away with the shit a couple of years ago because that shit was unexpected. You feel me? Like that shit happened like wildfire out of nowhere. You feel me? So this time around, I'm pretty sure they were ready. Like they thought I'm pretty sure the cops already had an idea that something was going to happen. You feel me?
Oh yeah. Especially today, I seen the new videos. They out strong today, like you're not even playing with it. All right.
There was a video on a Puerto Rican parade, right? I forgot what year it was. I'm gonna say more than 10 years ago, more than 10, 15 years ago, right? Everybody was on that Allegheny, and this lady was like, you know, she was out there, you know, celebrating, but she was like just standing there like an older lady and shit. And the cops telling everybody, you gotta move. So she's trying to move, but the crowd is so thick.
Mm-hmm.
And they roughed that lady to a point where they actually gave her an uppercut, bro. And they knocked her the fuck out.
Damn,
and
the cops?
Huh?
The cops?
Yeah, the cops knocked her the fuck out in front of everybody on video and everything. She was on the ground and everything. Can you believe that they charged her?
Oh, the cops was like, you keep running your face into my fist and whatnot. You hurt my knuckle.
Yep, the lady got locked up and everything, all fucked up the way she was and shit.
Oh, poor officer. Poor guy.
On video, bro. In front of a white shirt and everything.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be. Yeah. And it's in Philly?
Yeah, bro. An Allegheny, a Puerto Rican festival, like I said, 15 years ago and shit.
Oh, back in the day. Okay.
It was like Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna say it was on Allegheny, but it was like I want to say it's like A and Allegheny and between A and C. I'm not sure exactly what part of it was, but it was around there. Bro, they straight knocked her the fuck out, dragged her and everything. They charged her, and you can see that she was trying to move, like you know, she couldn't get to the crowd, and they fucked her up.
I do see something 10 years ago. Officer punches, cop punches woman in Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Yeah, I think that one. It got to be that one.
All right, and then yeah, cop filmed allegedly punching innocent woman in Philadelphia. Let's see if this one is. Let's bring this up. Let's see what we got. We'll come back to the other one I was sharing in just a moment. Let's check this one out, and then we'll come back to. I was going over the history of Philadelphia riot.
Then you see the bull, biggest shit. I'm trying to see if I can remember that shit right. I think the cop was biggest shit and everything, bro.
About to see it in a second. Let's see here. I'm just getting my phrase up and whatnot. So there we go.
And they better be careful. Supposedly, they're gonna do the Puerto Rican parade again this weekend because it got rained out last weekend and shit. They better hope that shit don't get out of pocket that day if they do it again, bro. Because all the Puerto Ricans all at one time like that, bro. This shit gonna be crazy.
All right. Well, let's check it out. See what this video looks like.
An alleged act of shocking police brutality at a street party in Philadelphia.
Ooh. And was it this?
Yeah, that's it. Puerto Rican Day Parade. One throws what seems to be water into the air.
So the cop thought she threw the water.
Yeah. And as they do so, so does 39-year-old Ada Guzman. As she walks away, one officer, apparently believing her to be responsible, swings a punch at her face.
Ooh, brother, too.
A white shirt.
And a black man.
Ada is hauled off in handcuffs and charged with disorderly conduct. Video of the incident has gone viral and has been picked up by the Philadelphia Police Department.
It was that guy that, he turned around and passed on the wrong person. All the cops was like, you know, they was all on that shit. It's all like, yo. Thinking it was her.
Guzman has reportedly not yet decided.
Yeah, that's Fifth and Allegheny. That's where it was.
Yeah. Split lip and break.
Yeah, the good old days. And Philly cops been at it whooping ass for years. That's our Philadelphia police. That's why we need more people in the city. Become cops. Don't go to the military. Become a cop. Don't leave city. Stay there. That's what I say. Become cops. We need to do like the Irish and the Polish. We need to take
Nah, man, fuck that. They need to get trained better. Fuck that.
I'll see if you can wait for your haters to love you, baby. They never will. You gotta take over.
They recruiting motherfuckers from the welfare office and shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you all that's my one only resolution is that we gotta, because you know a lot of people become like soldiers. We go into the military and army, and we send them off to like Minnesota or Afghanistan or some shit to filter water. It's like, damn, this nigga could have became a cop. He would still get to play with guns. He'd be able to be one more real nigga around instead of some suburb white guy. And that's the part that that suburb white guy is never going to change because it feels bad.
And when I got pulled over the other day, the cop must have been like, yo, what's wrong with him? Why he keeping his hands up? Bro, the whole time I kept my hands like this, Mr. C, in plain sight. Bro, because all it takes is for them to say any little fidget, oh no, he moved a gun. And I ain't got shit in this motherfucker, you feel me?
Oh yeah. Cops. And they be like, move, don't move. So they be like, yo, raise your hands, don't move. Raise your hands higher, don't move. Raise your hands, don't move. I'm like, wait a minute, motherfucker. One of you was yelling, move and raise your hands, and the other one is saying, don't move the minute I raise my hands. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit still, nigga.
That's the best thing you could do, bro.
But again, I think that's a training issue because, for example, if the cops were trained to have a leadership speech scenario where, like, okay, if there's 6 people pulling up, only one of you guys is allowed to talk. All 5 of you guys should not be talking at the same time. It causes confusion, and it can make somebody get shot that doesn't need to be shot. So that's a perfect example of forward training. I guarantee
you know what they say about that shit, right?
In order of speed. They just tell them to all go up and start yelling shit.
You know what they say about that shit, right? That the police is the biggest gang in the world. So
well, I'm trying to convince you to to take the gang over, but you don't want to be part. You don't want to run the biggest gang in the world. This is why I'm telling y'all to become cops. Who wants to run the biggest gang in the world? Let the white guys run it, right? This is my point. You know they're the biggest gang in the world. You know they're unstoppable, but instead of saying, hey, let's all become cops and run this gang from the inside ourselves, like the Polish Officer Pulaski, we all know this joke. It could be Officer Juanico. It could be Officer Jackson. It could be the joke. And we would be the gang. And that's why I want people to become cops. It's not because you got to be good or nice. Fuck it. Trust me. Volo had a roommate that was a cop. He broke laws nightly. Nightly. He was a detective. He was like a big time cop. Nightly. We're a president. I'm having him arrested immediately wherever he is. I don't know, wherever he is. I'm drone striking it and arresting him.
They used to recruit me.
Yeah, of course they did, because they needed more real niggas. They wanted more niggas to smoke weed and they give a fuck.
Yo, you want to hear something funny with this thing? Right now, I've been thinking for the last couple of minutes, right? Ain't nobody in my family. I got no family members in the military or police force, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you. We got a lot of ex-military, but only one cop, my dad and shit.
Bro, I'm talking about on both sides of the family. I'm talking about I only know a little bit of my dad's family, but bro, none of my family none of them say I'm a police and shit. That shit don't run in my blood.
Yeah, I mean, I tell people, because what people don't understand about cops are regular people. They drink, they smoke weed, they have wives, they date, they're single, they party. Cops, they drive drunk, they do all kind of stuff. But you know what the cool thing is about a cop? It's like you're in a club where you can't be arrested or given a ticket, no matter how much you fuck up, you don't embarrass anybody. You have full access to guns. You can buy a fucking. My dad used to have a book in his house that had a rocket launcher in it, my nigga. My dad could order a rocket launcher if he wanted to, because he was a cop and ex-military. You get to play with guns, nigga. You can own a grenade, my nigga, as a cop. And it's a high-paying job. You pay $60, $70, $80, $100,000 plus, depending on the state you're in. And it has free benefits. I don't know why you wouldn't want to be a cop if you don't have any other focus in life. Is that the truth?
I'm cool. You ain't gonna hear me. You ain't gonna never hear me say that shit.
Well, look, if you don't like rocket launches, fine. I like rocket launches.
Man, I don't get that shit right. I don't need a book to get that shit.
I know, but I can get it legally. Like, I can walk around with it and get drunk. And the cops are like, Carl, man, put down the rocket launcher. You know you always pick that shit up when you get drunk. I'm like, what? What? These kids got switches? I got rocket launcher. Police. Let's go arrest some white people for no reason. You get what I'm saying? Let's go arrest some white people for no reason. Let's go to Manioc and arrest some drunk white boys coming out the bar. You know they're going to get in a fight. We'll get them for public disorder. Right? That's the kind of shit we can do. Like, yo, let's go Manioc. You know the white boys coming out the bar drunk and getting ready to fight. You know what I mean? Let's go arrest some white boys. That's the kind of shit we can do if we ran a police department. So that's why I motivate all minorities, man. Become cops in the city, man. Torture the people, torture the rich guys with your cop power. That's what I say. And get cool guns. I know you guys like that shit. So there we go. Excellent. So let's check out this Philadelphia history. It's called Philadelphia Nativist Riots. It said the first one was back in May 6th. In 1844, it lasted 3 days. They had a second riot that same year in July that lasted a day. They said it was because of anti-Catholicism, anti-Irish sentiment. This is why they became the cops. Anti-Irish sentiment, anti-Catholicism, why they became the cops. Nativism. That means people here hated the immigrants, which were also white people too, right? So they were beefing, and instability, political and economic. So that's one of the reasons. Let's get to it. They had the main riots, kind of updates of any other riots. So they just talk about the first riot. So basically, Philadelphia has been rioting for almost 200 straight years. Do you take pride in our ability to riot, Mr. BAS?
What happened?
We've been rioting since 1844 and whatnot. So 1944 is 100, 2044 is 200 years. So we're about 150 years, 170 years of rioting in Philadelphia based on Super Bowl victories, cop shootings, and racial tension and religious tension. For years. And we were also the capital of the country for 7 years as the Constitution was written in our city. How do you feel about our true American tradition of fuck law, we're riding up this bitch, Mr. BS? How you feel about 150 years of that?
Man, it's about to be another 100 years more of that shit.
Oh no, we're gonna ride until the Hunger Games, and then they're just gonna put us in cages, and then there's no more riding.
Eventually, it's gonna be like that.
Yeah, you know, everybody loves a FEMA camp. They have nice pillows, so that's a good thing. Bolo, how do you feel about our 170 years of rioting starting in 1844, which was still over recent religious issues, discontentment? Notice it was the guys that became cops because the cops were probably treating them like crap, even though they were white. What do you think about our Philadelphia heritage, freedom, rioting for 170 years?
I'm still trying to figure out when did the lady chief quit.
I heard she just quit. Let's look that up.
Yeah.
Let's look up the Philadelphia police chief quit. We got about 13 minutes left.
Like 3 weeks ago, bro.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know. She a cute little light skin girl, though. I don't understand.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even know it was a female.
Yeah. He's a cute little light skin joint. He would always show up every time somebody would get clapped up with the switches. She's like, I don't know what the fuck to do. These bitch ass. Philadelphia crack will quit. No. Philly cop quit. Fire shooting. I don't even know her goddamn name. I don't know videos even going with this shit. Oh, I spelled quit wrong. But I don't know. No,
yeah, I heard that they're gonna redo the Puerto Rican parade. If they do that shit this weekend, bro, with all that tension that's been going on, they couldn't control us back in that day. What are we gonna do now?
Right.
That's supposed to be this weekend?
Well, it was last Sunday, but you know, it was rained out and shit with all that rain and shit.
Okay.
Supposedly they rescheduled it, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure about that one.
Okay, I found her. Her name is Danielle Outlaw. That was the name of our Philadelphia police commissioner. And she's a thick little light-skinned joint. Well, I guarantee the size of her butt tells me she fucks thugs in her free time. But that's a whole other thing. Let's get into the design, though, because I guess, you know, you get 400 people killed in like 3 months. It's like, okay, I'm kind of suck at this cop thing. So I'm going to let you guys walk down because obviously nobody respects. And then the cops are fucking people up too. Let me get the fair use your credit up here for CBS. Check this out. We will hear about our commissioner who just resigned because Philly is so out of control. He doesn't know what the fuck.
Yeah, I remember a time where you could sit there and ask a cop for directions. You can't even get these motherfuckers.
You can still do that. I used to. The cop was looking at me crazy as shit, and I didn't realize it was a cop because he was undercover. And then you notice in the end, like, yo, dude, he got a light bulb on this shit. He like, oh, we was wow, we blowing the hell. Like, yo, how do you get on the highway? No, cops will surprise you,
bro. It could be an accident in front of them that happened right in front of them. They're not even going to stop to fucking help that person up.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I see that shit 100 times that them motherfuckers just drive by like nothing.
Yep, hit like for irresponsible cops if anyone watches. Hit like for the algorithm because all the famous people they get likes. Let the unfamous people get some likes.
Man, I got robbed one time. Listen to this shit. I got robbed when I was doing deliveries, right? And I got sprayed in my eyes with mace. So I'm going walking back to the pizza shop because they took my car and everything. So I'm walking back, but my eyes are burning. I see a cop. I try to stop him. Them motherfuckers was like, call 911. Just like that, they were like, call 911. We're off duty. But they didn't stop the cop. Just like that, they were like, we're off duty. Call 911.
They're like, we off the clock, son. Yeah, that's our boys. Well, let's see. So we said here it is. Police Commissioner Danielle Outlaw resigns. About 10 minutes left to the show, so I guess we'll go over this, do some final words, get out of here, unless there's anything else we want to talk about. Thanks to anybody who is watching and whatnot. Thanks for showing us love for our show, man. Like, share, subscribe, or just like. I don't care. Like and don't even watch. Okay, just hit like and I don't care. I just want the algorithm to even if we're not, we want to affect people's lives. If you don't want it, go check out Danielle Outlaw, this fine, light-skinned, thick-ass police commissioner who needs to be her back broken. Resign.
Coming into our newsroom, CBS News Philadelphia learning that Philadelphia's police commissioner Danielle Outlaw has given her resignation to accept the new leadership position with the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. Her last day on the job will be September 22nd. Commissioner Outlaw, she's been with the department for the last 3.5 years. She's the first Black woman to lead the Philadelphia Police Department. In her place, the mayor has appointed First Deputy John Stanford to serve as interim police commissioner. First, we'll continue to follow this, and we'll have much more coming up later today.
Okay. Oh, I wanted to see her thick ass talk.
February 10th, 2020, Danielle Outlaw is sworn in as the new police commissioner.
That's what
Black women to lead the police force.
Damn, her forehead big as shit.
I know she's taggable though. She's a cute little bride, man.
Their nail polish on the job. On March 13th, tragedy in the department, Sergeant James O'Connor was killed in the line of duty. Then, Philadelphia police thrust into the COVID-19 pandemic.
We all want to feel safe in our communities.
Late May and early June 2020, following the murder of George
like zombies. We'll see another protest.
Locally, stopped traffic in Center City.
Another classic Philly protest right here. You remember this one?
Yeah, I remember this one.
Of people that were, quote, excessive and militaristic force.
I humbly apologize to those who were directly impacted.
October 2020, Officer shoots and kills Walter Wallace.
Or that guy in the street with the knife.
Change and shifting policy and making reform so that there's not another Walter Wallace ever again in this city.
6 police shootings resulted in death.
Yet we had homeboy.
February 2021, 1 year in, people called for her resignation.
I have not been asked to resign, nor will I resign.
Gun crimes and homicides hit a record, 562 in 2021. March of 2022, 12-year-old is killed by police on Barbara Street.
This does not reflect who we are as a police department.
In June, a mass shooting on South Street, and 11 injured.
Horrendous and unthinkable acts.
July 4th,
like shit is going left.
2 officers are hit by gunshots in the Wawa Welcome America celebration. Just 2 weeks ago, Outlaw dealt with the fallout of the shooting death of Eddie Irizarry. The next week,
right at that motherfucker.
Hold on, let me pause it. Pause it right there.
Candidate Cheryl praised
What you saying?
All right, go back to like 5 seconds and shit.
To the police video?
Yeah, right there. Stop it. All right, they're gonna show. All right, right there, they're gonna show where he pointed the gun up. Let's see, he pointed the gun at the ball. Bow, got the gun directly on the window.
He went to the door. They came out the car ready to go.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you from there at the beginning. That gun on directly on him, bro.
Like basically at his head.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Like to his head.
Then he said he got a knife.
And they said he got a knife, but then the cop, when they did the report, claimed it was a gun. They said he feared for his life. So
you was telling me that police training right there? Hell yeah, he knew what he was doing. He had that shit right on his head.
He was hyped and scared. And he thinks threatening people when they should have rolled up cool. Instead, poor training.
Now you see what I'm talking about, bro?
Poor training.
The next will likely be the one to choose Outlaw's permanent successor. Democratic candidate Cheryl Parker praised Outlaw and said she had to deal with a tornado of black swan events.
They're overwhelmed.
Head of the local FOP said being the top cop, Outlaw gets the blame for issues in the department. department.
That's right.
In a statement, outlined that she commended the hard work, resilience, and professionalism of our court. She did get support from the man who appointed her.
I think she's done a terrific job, and I pick her again.
Where the new leader will come from is unknown. Some know hope will be one of their own. Absolution.
Thank you, everybody.
NBC 10.
Go, bitch. You need to let me in, though.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Nah, I mean,
Man, fuck this shit. I ain't gonna be dealing with this shit no more. That's a headache as it is.
right. Right. So we got 4 official minutes left in the show. Did anybody have anything you guys wanted to actually talk about at all?
Nah, I'm good, bro. Like, I'm about to get off.
Is the technician with you?
Yeah, I got Ken over here too.
Yeah, shout out to the technician in the house representing industries. So let's close out with some final words. Go ahead, Mr. BAO.
Man, listen, everybody, man, stay safe. You know what I mean? Cops pull you over, keep your hands where they can see them, bro. You're always gonna lose against them, but like Mr. C said earlier, some cops are alright. Some cops do their job. You feel me? But everybody stay safe, man. And I hope everybody don't look at Philly being like a piece of shit, like somebody said the other day. Fucking Philadelphia is beautiful, bro. And there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of
Philly is beautiful. It's only that 20% that gets on the news that's everybody.
The shit that goes on here is because they let it happen. They don't, and they don't know how to stop it. So, you know, like I said, I hope everybody be safe, man. I'll see y'all next week. Stay sucker free and watch these bitches. They ain't shit.
There it is. Remember, don't get upset. Anybody that loves women, men, ain't bitches are bitches too. So it's very balanced approach.
Man, Officer Down the fucking bitch ass nigga right there.
Right, right.
Can I give an example? Dang, what's his name? Talking about bitches ain't bitch ass niggas. Tyler Perry and shit.
So what Tyler Perry do?
You ain't hear about the Tyler Perry, sipping the teacup, talking about, women now that y'all making more money than men, y'all gonna have to settle for the lower paid nigga.
Yeah, I like what he said, but Tyler Perry spoke in ignorance, because the fact is that actually black women don't make more money than black men. 10% of black women make $100,000. 16% of black men make $100,000. There are 29 million black men that make over 100,000. 30 million black women that make 100,000. So 1 for 1, they are basically there. So Tyler Perry had a good statement, but his facts were off. And most women, because most men that make $100,000, they say the majority of them don't have college degrees or loans. So they're truck drivers and plumbers and heating and air conditioner guys, right? And then, so they don't have the loans. But most women who make 100 and 150 more, the majority of them have 60, 80, and $100,000 worth of loans. So the woman that thinks she's too good for the guy without a degree that makes near or the same amount or more money, she's actually broker than him, thinking she's better. And that's where Tyler Perry was lost.
He was wrong because he tried to play it. He tried to play it like, I know I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this type shit. And who's he gonna get in trouble with? The men or the women?
The sisters. Yeah, but I mean, but what he said was right. But like I said, he basically was talking the same non-factual point that me, you, and almost every black man has heard his whole life. But if you actually look into the statistics, black men are the most active fathers in America, better than white men and other races. Black men make more than black women. Black men are more married than black women. Black men want to be married at a young age. We're glad to be married at 22. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it just, but the rumor is that it's the complete opposite of all those things for us. And that's the part that Tyler Perry had wrong.
It's him playing to the women that his main audience for watches bitch ass movies.
Well, I know, but everybody likes a big butt. I can't complain. I like large buttocks and whatnot. I like breasts. Women's skin is soft. They smell good. Well, except for some women, they might smell a little fishy. But for most women, they smell good. Their skin is soft. They're beautiful and whatnot. They mean well, even though they're completely misguided because, due to men making the world so great, we have given women the freedom to use other men against us. The woman's like, oh, I'll check you. And you be like, woman, you can't check me. She's like, well, I'll call the cops. And I'm like, oh, damn. Well, okay, those guys can check me. Right? So we did that because we fixed the world. We wanted them to be happy because men have daughters. They want their daughters to be successful. So we get it. But I think Tyler Perry doesn't understand the facts. But what he said was great. And if a man is regular, if he's a good man, an honorable man, he works hard, he's not abusive, he's consistent, and he does his best to make your pussy twerk, take that guy, ladies. Don't worry about how much he makes. Be a team player because 90% of America is check to check. Most people that make $100,000, I think they said 60% of people that make $100,000 are check to check. So even the people you think have money are check to check and in 2 months can be on the street.
Yeah.
So it's not about what you make, it's about what you spend and what you value. And if you value family, friends, and the non-important BS that we waste money on, you can make $50,000, $60,000, $40,000 and have a good life in America, even though the economy is crap and you may have an apartment instead of a home. So God bless all the hardworking people in America who fight. Anybody that's watching, if you can give us a like, because rich people get likes. Whack guys like us, we get no likes. So let the algorithm think we're semi-important by throwing a trash like. Even if you think the show is terrible, give us a like. I wish there was a dislike. I'm like, can you give us a dislike? I want like 190 dislikes for a show. So the algorithm thinks I have people interacting, right? But that's the end of the show. I've run my mouth. Any other final words, Volo, before we get up out of this joint ski bop?
And then my other one is several years ago. Let me see. Let's say 2008. LL Cool J blocked me on Twitter.
To be fair, I'm going to block you after the show. So that's that. I mean, I went to. I mean, he let Joe Biden call him a boy, and he was like LLJ Cool L. I'm like, and then he called him a boy. I'm like, God damn, Joe, shit. And still, LL Cool J has not blocked Joe Biden. So that's how much he can't stand you, bro. Why did he block you? I gotta know now. I gotta know. Why did he block you?
I got on him about that song Ratchet. He made a song called Ratchet.
Oh, so you was on his ass, huh?
Yeah, I got on his ass about that bullshit ass track.
You know, wrote 3 battle rap disses to you. He got them sitting in a tank like this nigga.
I know, waiting to take me out.
Feel this fool, motherfucker. Come out the Farmers Boulevard, Bolo. Where the mathematics is great. 1 + 1 is not 2 on the street because we got the heat. Like, gonna be going crazy. I'm like, damn, he just ended Bolo's career before it started.
Yeah, knowing I'm gonna come at him with the boy, cutting that shit up.
That's all right. If it makes you guys feel any better, Dr. Umar has blocked me for being supportive of him. And also, who else has blocked me for being supportive of them? Antonio Dalian. What's his name? The guy
that's why you're on
EOS guy, Antonio Moore or whatever.
Yeah.
He blocked me for being supportive of him. I never in my life had somebody block me, but sometimes I'll be honest, and people don't like supporters who are honest. They want supporters to suck the back of them from the bike. Like, no, I support you, but I'm going to be like, hey, bro, you might have went a little too far. Final words, Volo?
That's it. You know what I mean? Well, you know, doing videos and on Facebook at Volothamp, M-Tautology. Volo Television is the YouTube page. You know, on Twitter, I do a little bit of that. Just check out Volothamp, M-Tautology everywhere on your social medias. And I'll see y'all around I'll be back on Saturday, right?
Excellent. That's right. Back on Saturday, unless I get too drunk and forget, we'll do it Sunday. Also, as you heard, Volo on all social media, make sure you find him and then block him immediately after, just for your own safety. I am doing that after this show in support. But also check us out, man. We're a bunch of silly guys, Philly dudes. We love every city. If you're from a major city, God bless you. If you're from a small town, God bless you too. America is a hard place to be, and you are surviving. And tomorrow is a great day for redemption. Check out our My Part of Town podcast on Wednesday about Philly and things going on in major cities. Check out the Noodle Free Mondays, where we discuss crazy people out there that act super silly, and we talk about why they are so messed up in the dome. And then on Saturday, we got Volo and Butthead's Tech-A-Palooza, which is all about great things, great fun. Let me run these logos. So we got Noodle Free Mondays. That's on Monday. We got Volo and Butthead's Tech-A-Palooza, which is on Saturday. And then today's show is the My Part of Town podcast. What you got going right now. And let's close it out, guys. Always remember that love is good, life is better, and you guys better do something that's going to make you last forever. Tomorrow's another day for redemption. Live long, prosper, and never give up. It's My Part of Town podcast. We out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Hit like if you don't like the show, or don't hit like. Hit dislike. Even give me that mad face, or put like a middle finger in the comments. I don't care. Just any interaction. I love it. Just the fact that you came through to not like this show. I love you already. Peace out, everybody. My Part of Town podcast.